Hey kiddo, what you drawing? Aww. You are so out of your depth. Welcome, weirdos. I'm Enors and you're not, and I'm finally making an indie pilot! Well, kinda. Now I know me going from simple little reanimations and shorts to pilot is a bit of a step up. But I've actually been planning this for quite some time, and I think it's finally time I let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, hi, kitty. Wait, what are you doing?
So, are you guys excited to see what I've been cooking up?
Yes!
Well, too bad. Because first I want to tell you why I'm making a pilot in the first place. For real though, stick around, I promise it's worth it. I love cartoons. Always have, always will. And when I was a young child, well, let's just say it would take a significant amount of energy to pry me away from them. Come on, Enors, you have to go to school! But then one day I found out that real people made these things, and that I could do it too? Oh yeah, it's all coming together. And that was the moment I decided to become an animator. But there was just one tiny little problem. I didn't know what to animate or even how to do it. Luckily, I had access to the digitalized saving grace of my generation, YouTube, where I learned about object shows. I'm not gonna go into the specifics of what object shows are in this video, as that's not what this video is about. All you need to know is, they're basically a whole genre of indie cartoons that are usually made by indie creators on YouTube, or big communities of people. And if you're a longtime fan of mine, you may remember that I used to make them too. Although, I made them when I was like 12, 13, so maybe don't watch them. Hey, I said don't watch them. Yeah, go on, get. Anyway, I loved making object shows. I loved making them so much, I refused to sleep just so I could make more. Hey Dad, check it. Over time, my love of making object shows, and my terrible sleeping habits, turned into a love for planning and creating ideas for my own cartoons. And my still terrible sleeping habits. Which brings us to axolotls. I like them. I like them so much, I'm making a whole pilot about them! Meet the Little Lake LOTLS. LOTLS is short for axolotls. Specifically, Toddle, 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 and Yoddle. They're the only axolotls in the lake as far as they know, and they're called the Little Lake LOTLS because they live in a lake called Little Lake. Even though in the show, it's actually the biggest lake in the world. But that's not even the best aspect about this lake. You see, Little Lake is magical, fantastical. It holds mystical artifacts, ichmophobic weapons, technicolor screaming weirdos, and incredible but dangerous monsters. And our little ragtag maelstrom of Lottles is right smack dab in the middle of it. But they don't just sit around waiting for the fantastic magic to come to them. Oh, no. These Lottles are adventurous. Basically, the main plot of the show is that our little wonder of Lottles take it upon themselves to adventure out into the lake and collect all the super awesome magical objects, weapons, and artifacts that are scattered throughout the lake in order to keep said artifacts out of the hands of evildoers. And trust me, there are a lot of evildoers in this lake. But that's nothing our little Lottle team can't handle. Speaking of... First up is Yoddle. This jaundiced little dude is the gleeful glue and heart of the Lottles. Whenever he's around, you best believe every frown within a 100 fathom radius is getting turned all the way around. Yoddle's the type of Lottle to always be down to do basically anything, as long as he gets to spend time with his favorite Lottles in the lake. And while he is against picking favorite friends, Yoddle still spends most of his time swimming it up wild styles with his bestest bud Toddle, which is fitting for them since they both share the title of dimmest Lottles in the group. And yet, Yoddle absolutely owns that title, because what he lacks in smarts, he more than makes up for in hearts. He's basically if good vibes was an axolotl, but that isn't always a good thing for him. He's way too trusting, and often ends up in heaps of trouble because, He doesn't seem that bad. He is also very easily distracted and can easily become heavily fixated on the wrong things. Yaddle also has a bit of an overdependence on his friends, and since he is kinda unable to think for himself, he struggles in situations where he has to go about things alone. But even though he rarely ever knows what he's doing, Yaddle still tries his best to always be there for his friends, no matter what danger comes their way. Next up is Toddle. Now this Lottle is a bit of a patoot. I mean, if being a cheeky-styled, attention-hogging jank was a profession, he'd quit his job to go find a shiny rock instead. You see, Toddle's dream is to be seen by everyone he meets as a star, a daredevil, a really smacking cool guy, if you will. And he's always thinking up some crazy, extravagant, and extremely convoluted plan to get there. All he really wants is to do and have everything he wants. However, this mindset usually gets him in trouble. Hey, wait a sec! This guy is just an irredeemable scamp! I don't even want to take the time to watch this guy. Wait. Don't give up on him yet. Because sure, despite all his patootness, Toddle is still mostly good intentioned. And when push comes to shove, he'll always choose his friends before anything else. He's sort of a chaotic good type Lottle, to where he definitely still cares about other people's feelings, but he's still a bit of a troublemaker anyway. After him, we have Poddle. Now, most people would say that being scared of your own name is stupid, puny, or even childish behavior. And first of all, that's rude, be better. But also, imagine how those same people would feel if you told them you were scared of bubbles. Welp, dem's the brakes for this tiny little Lottle. Yep, Poddle's the name, and his herd came. Though she probably wouldn't play it on account of being afraid of games and pretty much everything else. Luckily for her, her friends do a great job at calming her poor, irrational soul. Oh, and gardening. She really loves gardening. It's the only thing, other than her friends, that she isn't scared of. However, she is always trying to overcome her fears. And despite being the youngest of the Lottles, she is definitely not one to underestimate, unless you want to be proven wrong every single time. Yep, she may be a pimple of a Lottle, but she's a persistent little pimple. And no matter what task she's given, Poddle will always complete it, even if it takes her 6 to 8 months to start step 1. And last, but certainly not least, Coddle! He's the oldest Lottle in the Lottles, and he's basically what you get when you combine unconditional loyalty and unending paranoia, but to the point where he's basically done with everything. Coddle brings a sort of older brother mentality to the Lottles, always going out of his way to keep them from getting scrapped up by the fantastic but unforgiving jaws of their magical home. This often leads to his friends perceiving him as a bit bossy, and it certainly doesn't help that he's the oldest. But don't get the wrong idea, he's not overprotective, he's just extremely paranoid. He also owns this magical stone tablet called the Little Lake Archives. It basically knows anything and everything about Little Lake, and it can answer any question, as long as that question is also about Little Lake. He does often wish that he had a break from his paranoia-laced brain every once in a while, but when you're dictating your every move based on how it'll benefit the lifespan of your closest and only friends, breaks never seem to be that much of a priority to you. This is also why he had the idea to retrieve all the dangerous artifacts in the lake. Oh yeah, that was his idea, by the way. Forgot to mention that. The less danger in Little Lake, the more safe Little Lake is. And if you do manage to witness him catch a break, he'll often always be in a constant can't-be-bothered attitude. However, there's no time where he's not opposed to having fun with his friends. And that's the main cast! Obviously there's more characters, like some humans and some evildoers, but I can't just spoil everything about my show now, can I? Can't you? Previously in this video, I've mentioned that these little Lottles live in Little Lake. But what even is Little Lake? Well, in my show, Little Lake is the biggest lake in the world. It's also the most magical lake in the world. What do I mean by that, I hear you asking? Well, for one, magic, like actual magic, does exist in the lake. There are magic artifacts that grant cool powers, and little fish wizards. Plus, everything that lives in the lake can talk too. Oh, hey, look at that. This little wizard has some good advice over here. And it's not like we're just hearing what they sound like from their perspective. No. I mean that if you were a human in the show, you could actually understand them. Actually, speaking of, there is this one fisherman in my show named Jerry, and the Lottles are constantly messing with him. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, right, the lake! Now, Little Lake is cool and all, but the places in the lake are super cool! I actually have some concept art of some locations that I want to put in the lake. This is one of the underwater forests in the lake. I call it the Chorist Forest, you know, because it's like coral and forest. Huh? Yeah, okay. This is like a little hole you would see in the wall that would reveal like a skeleton fish kingdom full of skeleton fish. Obviously. This is like a meteor that crashed into the lake. The lake inhabitants hollowed it out and used it to party. They call it the Party Dome. This is... Oh, whoops. You weren't supposed to see that yet. And this is... Oh, wait. This is where the Lottles live! Welcome to the Indestructible Hideout, named and founded by Coddle. It's an old sunken pirate ship, which is supposed to be funny since it's in a lake. Because what competent pirate would crash their ship in a lake? Furthermore, the ship's been rank, dank, and sank for a good while now, which sounds like the perfect place for 4 delicate and fragile little Lottles to stay. That was a joke, by the way. Keep your Lottles safe. But it's not just where they live and hang out. It's also where they keep all the powerfully dangerous stuff they bring back from the lake as well. That's all the concept art I want to show right now. But I have tons more ideas that I have for this hidden underwater world. But I'm gonna make you wait for those. Why? Because I'm a little scamp. By now, you've probs realized that the theme of friendship is pretty prominent in my show. And that's not by accident. In a lot of my favorite shows, the importance of friendship always seemed to be a common core value in each of them. Finn and Jake in Adventure Time, Gumball and Darwin in The Amazing World of Gumball, Dipper and Mabel in Gravity Falls, Steven and the Gems, Mordecai and Rigby, Craig of the Creek, the list goes on. And I wanted to emulate the feeling of watching cartoons from the 2010s. I want to keep it sort of fast-paced, like Adventure Time's first seasons, but also heartfelt and warm at the core, like Craig of the Creek or Steven Universe. Basically, the show will run on good vibes and mega crazy shenanigans, while still grounding itself through its emotional core and heartfelt stories. Hopefully. At least that's what I want it to be like. So, what do you guys think? I know it's probs not the best, but criticism is welcome. I've never done something like this before, and I want to get better at it. I've even been working on a pitch bible / pamphlet for the show to preview how I want the show to be, and little test animations to preview how I want the animation to be. Look at them go. So seriously, tell me what you think. Be mean. But not that mean, please. I will be pitching other pilot ideas to you all, by the way. This is just my first one. And trust me, I have a lot of ideas. What I want to do, if everything goes right, is create pilots for all of my show ideas over time. And then circle back to make episode 2 for each one, and so on. So strap in, guys, because you're going to be seeing a lot more of Enors. I'm talking sneak peeks, more pitches, other stuff I might want to do. I don't know. I want to be a lot more active this year. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy what I have in store. Okay, bye. Ooh, what a video, huh? Did it knock your socks off? I'm genuinely sorry for keeping it a secret for so long. I didn't mean to keep it a secret from you guys for like forever. But I just didn't want to announce it until I was sure that I was not only ready to make it, but also that it was just good in general. At least for my standards. I am sort of treating this more as like a practice run for when I'm serious about cartoon making, but it will still be like, I'll still be like serious about making it, so you know. I'll only accept criticism that comes from wanting to see me improve. Don't just list everything wrong with my ideas or be a backseat critic. Please. Also, I wanted to know if you guys would like just a animatic pilot or a fully animated one. I have the technology now, or I have the ability now to do both of those, but I would like to know which one you guys would want to see, so, you know, go down in the comments and tell me. I've had a lot more motivation to do this because of how popular indie pilots have become on YouTube recently, so I didn't think that I was able to do this on YouTube, not until like very recently, so thank you guys for supporting me and sticking with me for so long. I mean it when I say I'm gonna be a lot more active in 2026, alright? I swear, I promise. And now that my idea is out, I can finally see fan art of it. Yay! I understand that this will take a long time to make, which is why you guys are still going to get regular videos and uploads from me in the meantime. You can trust me when I say that I am trying my hardest to make this the best it could possibly be. This has been my dream for quite a while now, and I'm really happy that I finally get to show it off to the world. And
And hey, even if it does turn out to be bad, at the end of the day, at least I made something. If you're looking for ways to support me in this project, you can join my channel membership or even buy some of my merch. I only have t-shirts at the moment, but in the future, I'd like to have some other cool stuff like stickers and even plushies. And even if you're unable to do those things, you can still support me by subscribing to the channel or liking and hyping this video, etc, etc. Just doing those things really do help more than you think. And I'd like to give a sincere thank you to all of you guys who have been supporting me so far. Where are my day ones at? Make your presence known in the comments.
Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.